Today we're going to talk about some people involved in small businesses, which I'm one of. There are a ton of them around the country. And one of the big problems with small businesses is how do you get money to operate? Because naturally, there are only so many ways you can get money. I'm assuming you don't have it in the bank or you didn't inherit it. So you have to start going around the community, your town, and things like this, and talk to people about how to find money. One thing I noticed lately, I mean, we must have had hundreds of calls to the office, online people. When you answer, say, hello, who is it? And then the call says you just got $1,000 or $2,000, or they start talking to you that they have money for you and they want to make you a loan. And they ask you how long you've been in business, you tell them. And then generally, they don't ask you too many questions. They say, we need you to send us 4 months bank statements. 4 months of your bank statements. You have to go to the bank and get those bank statements, and you send them to them. They don't ask you, one, for a tax return. They don't ask you for a financial statement. They get you to fill out a one-page application, and then they want these 4 months bank statements from the bank where you make your deposits every day. Now, it sounds real simple, I mean, but it's not. Because I guess if you get them these items and they look at the bank statements and they see that you have money going in the bank every month, they make you a loan. I don't know, our business has not gotten a loan from them yet, but we've had hundreds of calls from these companies all over the country. And the one thing about it is, like I know from my experience and from reading articles, one of them I read today, and if you show them that you have, they say, first thing they say, how much you put in the bank every month. You know, I never thought why they even want to know that. And I said, I don't know, about 25, 30,000. So 30,000 a month was 120. And then there's an article here I have in my hand showing where the people borrowed 120 and they had to pay back with the high interest 193,000, and which is 1.5 times the money they got. But then these people that give you the money, they start taking money out of your checking account. That's how the money's paid back. Comes out of your checking account, and they can dig in, and they start taking the money, and they get a fast payback. So if you got 4 months, they'll try to get, I don't know, I'm just picking out a number, but I'd say 100, say 109 of them I'm looking at. And then it says they can even take out, they say here they suck money out of your account every day until the full amount's been paid back in an amount of months. So you're going to pay that money back all over 4 or 5 months. This is no loan like a bank loan for 20 years or something. And one of the problems that we have for small businesses is, how does a small business, get money when all they have, like the one picture that I showed, shows the people that bought a bakery in Florida and they start operating the bakery. So naturally, you need money every month from your checking account. You got to pay the food, you got to buy the food, you got to pay wages, and then you have to pay your electric bill, your light bill, and your rent. So now, if they're taking all the money out every month, where does the money come from to make those payments? And I'm assuming you're doing some business.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're there.
They're taking all the profit.
I'm not saying, well, somebody just said they're taking all the profits. Yeah, the profits are one thing, but I think they're taking out all the money. And they call this kind of financing Wild Wild West. And actually, I can't say I was far from getting in it. I mean, usually I send them bank statements and then they want another month. So going through the final procedure, I haven't been there. But I know they're calling every small business in the country as hard as they can. Now, a few of the states have don't do these kind of loans, but I mean, another thing they talk about here, I think 5 states in Washington, D.C. outright ban these type loans. And a lot of people, they're like payday loans, and a lot of people are getting no bargain and all. They're getting no sleep. But you know, you think that if you have a business like this bakery business and you're operating and you're there and you're baking at night and then you have the goods and you're selling the goods and you know, you're getting money, you're thinking you're making money. But very few businesses make it through this. I'm not saying they all don't, but very few businesses make it through these loans and the way they're set up on the monthly payments. They're taking the money out. And a lot of these companies have filed bankruptcy. These small companies have filed bankruptcy. They have nothing else left to do because they figure the only place they could get money, they got it. And that's over. So they're, if a lot of them don't want to shut down, they still want to get money and stay in business. But how are they going to get it? Who are they going to get it from? Now Miami has a lot of this stuff going on with these small business because some of the areas are sort of upscale and the businesses can make money, and people that run the business, I mean, they have guts, you know, they want to work, they want to have a good business and all that, but if you're sitting in a bakery and you got to end up eating all the donuts yourself all day, and then they're taking your money out of your bank account, how do you make it? You don't have to be a genius to figure that out. But we're going to have another writing on this, and another thing too. Your bigger banks, they won't loan to small businesses, and then your middle banks will loan to small businesses, but they like to get a loan about $250,000 loan, and then they give you a payback schedule and you start paying it back on your middle business. But this is all of this stuff is like these online loans. It's like payday loans. I think a lot of you might have payday loans where you work, right? You borrow money, you get your check, and then they take the check. It's payday loan, and that's what a lot of these small businesses stay in business. I mean, you go to a shopping center, a strip shopping center, where we're sitting now. They have a bagel shop and a candy shop and an ice cream. And those are the people we're talking about. They're sitting right here. That's who we're talking about. I can tell you how many people they had here today. We're number 166 where we're sitting. We had a sandwich eating. So that means that's what they had. 166 in here today.
Wow.
And it's already 11:30. They close at 2 o'clock. But say they have 200 people. I don't know. Most people come in here and buy sandwich, bagel, something like that. And here for 2 people is $9.69. That's $10. That's $5. You don't have to be at $6 by 5. They took in about $800-900 a day. And out of that, they got to pay all their expenses, buy their food. I mean, I like the place. We come here a lot every Saturday and Sunday on the weekend, but I don't see much traffic here. I mean, looking around now, it's 11:30. I see maybe, 20 people in here. And since they opened today, they had the 166. But anyway, those are, we're showing a few pictures of that. And we're going to cover more on this on another day, and we appreciate you looking at it and thinking about it and getting in touch with us if you have some ideas, because there's small business people all over the United States and they all need answers, and a lot of them take this payday cash. It's the only way they can operate. If they walk into a bank, a small business bank says no, medium-sized bank says no. Thank you. We appreciate it.